The Supreme Court said so, and one's been called boring. Some of the others, a joke. So who has the best chance at landing the Republican nod for president? Listeners from around the country weigh in what we call the Radio Rumble. Rumble.
All right, the Republican race for the White House is starting to take shape. Big names like Mike Huckabee and Mitch Daniels have decided to sit this one out. Now, former Governor Tim Pawlenty and Herman Cain, a businessman, are in. But which Republican contender has the best shot in 2012? Let's turn to our Radio Rumble. Joining us right now from Cleveland, Chuck Booms, from Chicago, Guy Benson, and from D.C., Mark Levine. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning, Steve.
All right, there's this brand new poll out from New Hampshire that says that Romney's on top. Of course, he's from the nearby state of Massachusetts. It says, though, that something like 87% of the Republican primary voters have no idea who they're going to vote for. Guy, I would imagine that's because it's just a long time before we vote, right?
Absolutely. It's very, very early. And while the field is taking shape, as you just mentioned, 87% undecided right now. That means that this is a wide open game, a chance for anyone really to distinguish themselves and move to ahead of the pack. And I think in some ways it's a refreshing situation because you've got voters saying, we're not super familiar with most of these guys at this point. They have more than a year to make their case. And we're looking forward to see what case they're able to build for themselves.
Now, Mark, people on your side of the political spectrum say that Tim Pawlenty, good guy, but he's boring. Then you got Herman Cain, he's entertaining, but he's got no experience and stuff like that. What are your listeners, who are, for the most part, progressive, saying about the Republican slate so far?
I think they've pretty much fallen asleep. They're enjoying Newt Gingrich, who committed the cardinal sin of telling Americans the truth, that the Ryan plan to kill Medicare was right-wing social engineering. Other than Gingrich, I don't know. We're kind of sleepy. We're hoping that Sarah Palin or Michelle Bachmann gets in the race. They're true conservatives. They have charisma. They're the people who can lead your party.
Chuck, what about out in Ohio? What are people saying?
Well, I don't want to say Tim Pawlenty's boring, Steve, but he goes out on the weekend and paints the town beige. It's starting to get a little troubling. I thought Herman Cain was great on Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace. I thought he was excellent, actually. But it's probably not the serious candidate. They're going to have to send Tony Soprano over to Chris Christie's house with a picture of Marco Rubio and tell him that's the ticket.
Guy, do a lot of your listeners say, you know, we would love to have Chris Christie in, Marco Rubio would be a great vice president, and when we hear these stories about insiders say that the Republican field is set, aren't they just trying to keep Palin and Bachmann, like Mark mentioned, or Governor Perry, Chris Christie out of the race?
I don't think anyone's trying to keep anyone out at this point. It is interesting when you talk to grassroots conservatives, whether it's radio listeners or folks online, you often hear a whole bunch of names that aren't quite in the field yet, and people who say they aren't running, like Rubio, like Colonel Allen West, like Chris Christie, perhaps Rick Perry down in Texas. So this goes back to the earlier point. It's still so early. To say that the field has completely solidified, I think, is just wrong. Now, if this turns out to be the extent of the field, I think there are a number of very credible, plausible candidates who can beat Barack Obama. And I think Tim Pawlenty, you can say he's boring, but when he announced yesterday, gosh, he did two pretty interesting things. He avoided the epic pander in Iowa of supporting ethanol subsidies. That was a risk. And he also says he's going to come out with a pretty bold Medicare reform package. And, of course, that's the third rail of politics. So for a boring guy, those are some pretty bold steps that he's taking early on, especially in a state where he has to do very well.
Mark?
Well, I think Tim Pawlenty's got a good chance. I also think he's got some trouble on his right. I mean, after all, he flip-flopped on cap and trade. He just had an argument with Rush Limbaugh because he said the era of small government is over. And he's probably most remembered in Minnesota for the I-35W bridge collapse because he cut highway funds on transportation. So Tim Pawlenty has problems. Romney has problems because his health care plan mirrors the national Democratic plan on health care. And other than those two candidates, I don't know who else has a chance in the Republican field.
Mark, it was proven that bridge collapse was because of a design flaw. It had nothing to do with
Thank you, Steve.
It had to do with the Gusset bridge.
Chuck Booms, we're going to give you the final word.
to Mark, I don't know if he knows, but Obama has announced that he wants the United States to go back to pre-1803 Louisiana Purchase borders. And I think that should help the Republicans. Steve, I'm going to make a suggestion. We should go with the manager of the Cleveland Indians if you're a Republican, because at least they can win.
All right, great Radio Rumble today. Chuck Booms and Guy Benson and Mark Levine, we thank you all for joining us today from across the country.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.